Welcome to STLCC. St. Louis Community College, as well as other colleges and universities, assesses your reading, writing, and math skills through a placement test. The purpose of this test is to determine the appropriate level of your current skills. If you have previous college course grades or ACT scores, you may be permitted to waive all or part of the test. If you scored an 18 in English, 18 in reading, or a 22 in math on the ACT exam in the last 3 years, you may be able to waive all or part of the test. Please inform the proctor if you believe this applies to you. Here are some important facts you should know about testing and course placement. Listen carefully. Your test scores will determine the appropriate course for you to begin in English, math, and reading. This can affect the amount of time and money you spend to complete your program of study. If you place in courses below the college level, these courses are called developmental courses. There are some things you should know about developmental courses. You will have to stay in college longer to finish your degree, in some instances as long as 2 additional years. Developmental courses cost the same as all other courses and may require the same amount of time to complete. Developmental courses will need to be completed prior to college-level work. This will increase the amount of time it takes to complete your degree and will add to the total costs of your degree. Developmental course placement may also limit what other classes you are able to take. Finally, developmental courses will not transfer to other colleges or universities. It is very important that you are prepared and try to do your best on these tests. The test will determine what initial courses you will need to take so that you are successful at St. Louis Community College. If you don't feel adequately prepared to take the placement test today, you may return at another time the test is offered. Just speak to the proctor and let them know you would like to return at another time. They can assist you in locating review materials. Test preparation materials can be found on the College Board's website. They include sample questions in reading, writing, and math. There are also online links for extra math help and additional practice tests. The College Board also offers access to free practice tests and study material through their web-based study app, available through the College Board at accuplacerpractice.collegeboard.org. STLCC libraries also have materials and resources available to help you prepare. See this site for more information: guides.stlcc.edu/accuplacer. If you do not have internet access at home, you may view test preparation materials available on computers in the college's academic support centers. For additional resources, ask your proctor. Please be aware that if you are not satisfied with your placement testing results and would like to retest, you may only test once per day and are allowed only 2 retests per calendar year. A fee is charged for test retake sessions. Please use materials to review and prepare for any retesting sessions. Before you begin the test, here are some testing tips to help you score well. 1. Pay careful attention to the directions. Use the computer tutorials and practice questions to learn how to best answer each question. 2. Because the test is not timed, work at your own pace. The biggest mistake students make is rushing through the exam and then not being satisfied with their scores. Allow a minimum of 2 hours for the tests. If you do not have time to complete the exam, speak to the test proctor about returning at a later date. 3. Work carefully. Your answers to the first few questions are important in determining your final score. The test uses your responses to determine the next questions you are offered. 4. Understand that you may not skip a question and come back to it. When you are not sure of a correct answer, eliminate one or more choices, then pick one of the remaining choices. 5. For the reading test, you should refer back to the article or passage to answer each question. Make sure you read the entire passage. 6. For the sentence skills test, which measures your English placement, your understanding of sentence structure, or how sentences are put together and what makes a sentence complete and clear, will be measured. In some questions, you will be asked to select the best version of the underlined part of the sentence. In other questions, you will be asked to rewrite a sentence without changing its meaning. 7. For the math test, scratch paper will be provided, and you will have access to an on-screen calculator for select questions. Read each math question until you understand what the question is asking. If answering an item requires several steps, be sure you consider them all. If you have a disability and need testing accommodations other than extended time, you will need to register with the Access Office for Disability Support Services prior to testing. Most importantly, remember to relax, focus, and do your best. Please contact the proctor if you have any questions. Good luck.